Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun. Good morning, everybody. It is the 15th and man, everything is just like falling apart. I'm just sitting down over here and looking at my charts, and I expected us to be down after the risk-off sentiment that we got yesterday and the downtrend. Here you can see 14th, pretty good down move. They did recover a little bit of it to get a, and now overnight, big bender of a move down. Frankly, maybe too much at once. I don't know. They might try and. The thing is I think that the sell-off is completely justified. This whole move right here was no. None of, in fact, maybe even all the way back to this. Shouldn't have happened. It appears to me that it's just trading. Like, when I look at my chart, come over here and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Theoretically, we should stay between this dotted blue line and this dotted red line. Although, you know, when there's not a lot of volume, you can get kind of weird behavior with the red line, right? I'm always seeing us writing this line or writing this line. It's always extremes. It seems to me that there are too many day traders hitting into the bid compared to the number of liquidity providers. That's just it. There's too many retail traders out there, and so because of that, there's going to be a little bit of technical movement. So they might say, oh, it's moved too far. Oh, it's a buy. They'll chase it and then chase it down. And I don't know. And I expect that we're just going to continue to move around like all crazy like this until they run out of money. Man. Anyways, rant, I guess. But there you go. Treasury is a little bit higher, recovering the big bender of the move that we saw last Monday on the 5th. Oil giving up its gains from yesterday. Still don't really understand why that moved up, but pretty solid downtrend on expectations that demand will not be as high. Gold, you would think, well, they did move up a little bit yesterday during the craziness. Excuse me. But giving up some of that. And copper has not fallen back yet. But they sure thinking about it. And the dollar index, of course, dollar index higher from yesterday. You can see though they did come back, mostly being driven by this Brexit stuff though. I don't know. Brexit is kind of weird because they'll come out and it sounds like, man, it is just not happening, and then 5 minutes later, we're still hopeful that we'll get this. The same thing with equities, though, isn't it? It's like, well, we're not going to get a stimulus. But Pelosi is still optimistic that we can get one. Okay. If you say so. Okay. Meanwhile, over in politics, this story we mentioned yesterday that Joe Biden's son had gave a computer repairman a computer and never paid for it. And so the repairman released the information that was on the drive everywhere. Seems like it is a pretty big deal. I was kind of wondering, well, will it really get that much airplay? Well, then Twitter and Facebook decided to ban the links. And pretty much anybody on Twitter that has been posting the links to this, including the press secretary's account, has been banned, essentially, for posting this link. They're claiming that it's based off of stolen information, which is false. And man, you know, how can they justify that when they allowed them to post Donald Trump's stolen tax returns? So yeah, this could end badly on that front too. The government is getting involved. Senators are getting involved at the very least. This is fine. Meme 34.15 to watch. Critical 34.38 was pre-market. Average bouncy. Well, I don't think that. Do you think that ES will be back to 3,500? 1+1? I doubt it. I think 3,500 is long gone. That would require a really solid trend up day. We would need, Nancy Pelosi to come out and say, we've agreed on a $1.8 trillion stimulus. Like, that's the only way that something like that could happen in what I see. Nobody should have bought the Apple or Amazon pump move. Well, man, yeah, but yesterday Tesla was still up. I should expect that they should come down big time, but I don't. Here's the thing. This is largely being driven by speculation. It's very clear at this point, and it seems like the speculators in Tesla are particularly clueless. Got some numbers coming out here. Jobless claims expecting a reading of 857, and we got 800. Okay, it's higher than expected. $898 versus an expected 825, and the 4-week average 866 versus a previous reading of 857. Yeah, this is bad. I'm not entirely sure. The micros are just moving a bit too much, Not entirely clear if we're going to really move. Okay. Okay, the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index is good at 32.3 versus expected 14. So let's hold off. Let's do it. Let's let it do its crazy thing because the micros are so illiquid at the moment. By the way, good morning, Win. Man, that Win's name looks particularly fancy. Well, let's turn on the text-to-speech there.
Winston's mom says I feel overdressed, lol. Vlad Stolyarov says I am probably gonna install NinjaTrader demo before open just to have second platform in case Trade-of-8 panics.
Damn it. And they sure don't make it available for long, do they? Catch it right there. They'll probably dish back up. Seeing sweeps both directions and some iceberging. Of course. $34.28. Okay. Oh, we were looking for 3450. Let's see, this is nonsense. It looks to me like there's just too many people short. Mnuchin, we're going to keep trying to get a stimulus deal. Now they do it, huh? So I don't necessarily expect to do super great today. I'm feeling a little bit off, and this is just like really crazy action, but we're going to try. Only going to use one contract at a time, though, for it. So I'll probably take a lot of trades. And no. Stop run. It's pretty significant upturn there. Not such a volume there. You know, I'm going to add something over here. I want something I want to add on to the... Not cumulative. On each tick. On the 5-minute. Horizontal lines here.
Block sell.
Okay. So that's kind of what I thought it would be, is that they're shoving it around. It does look like it could go higher. This would be hard to pick a right spot, though. Mnuchin on the TV, clearly trying to quell the markets ahead of the open. Trump is determined to get a stimulus bill. I will fundamentally agree with Democrats testing language. Okay. So they want to go back. They want to add that stuff. Fair enough. I don't see the other one. Maybe if I make this one like 2 pixels, so it'll see. Yeah, it is. They're the same. Well, sure went dead there, didn't it? It's all that zaniness, and then all of a sudden it stops. What's he doing down here? See him down at 35. Okay. Merkel's talking. Oh, I missed it. And there was New York Empire State Manufacturing Index too, and that one was under expectation. Philadelphia Fed was good, but New York Empire State was not. That's like all the numbers for today, though, right? Yeah. It's pretty wild how it was all over the place and it really slowed down here. Glenn Greenwald tweeting pretty upset about the censorship on social media
Vlad
yesterday.
Stolyarov says yeah BC-38s. Vlad Stolyarov says their pre-market AVG price.
Mm.
Vlad Stolyarov says if they wanted to hold lows.
Gotta find a better way to tell when these really short swings are extended. Because I'm just not happy with the excursion on my trading. This inventory cost basis on the short-term basis ain't doing it. Maybe we can try some technicals that might help. Maybe we'll try it. Well, it's kind of funny. Mnuchin is on television saying they're not giving up on getting a coronavirus relief bill. All of these past few weeks, the market has been like, oh, it's great. Everything's fine. Don't worry, they'll get a deal. Now today, they're absolutely adamant that we're not going to give up, and market doesn't give a shit. Hmm. My eyes are all twitching. What the hell? I must be really tired or something, man. The past few days haven't really been clicking very well. And now my eye is twitching. I don't feel stressed out. I ate pretty good today. I feel like I got good sleep.
Vlad Stolyarov says got my Ninja demo up and running.
If you want a platform that's not going to let you down when things get hairy, it's the Jigsaw, right? And Jigsaw will work together with your Tradovate.
Vlad Stolyarov says I guess I'll get it too later.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a demo for it, but
Vlad Stolyarov says for now I just watch Seth on Jigsaw.
right. It looks like they can stop me out. See, if I were to turn around and sell it, it would like almost certainly flip and go back up on me, right? But now that I'm not, it's going to continue down and it's going to go and touch the lows. Like every freaking time. So it's like I can drive myself crazy thinking that it's doing things just because of me.
Vlad Stolyarov says never sell Martingale till 3,415.
I'm only going to do one contract on all of these.
Vlad Stolyarov says it's still too early to crash it.
And I'm not going to move the targets either. Because what is weirding me out.
SM0K3R says it'll go up, just give it some time.
I guess I should, I got out
Vlad
early on
Stolyarov
all
says
of
just
those,
watch
so.
VIX and AAPL for bounces.
So we'll try tracking it from here. But it seems like when it gets crazy like this, that something I'm doing is like dead wrong. Because it shouldn't be losing on me that often. Steve Mnuchin tells CNBC that when he speaks with Pelosi today, he'll tell her that the White House and
Uzi
GOP will back
Knesset
the
says
Democrats
apparently the
listening to
pandemic is
plan
losing its
language.
effectiveness. Suddenly, long COVID is
And
a
Jake
thing.
Sherman says, I now hear this is not the case, according to people involved in the talks. Oh, jeez. But he just said that on CNBC? What? Ugh. I don't know if that one is reliable. Treasury's just kind of pushing up still.
Uzi Knesset says saw it trending on Twitter, thought it was a trading metaphor, haha.
Long COVID is a thing? What?
Vlad Stolyarov says pop. SM0K3R says there you go. Vlad Stolyarov says NQ
Well, to
still
come
in
back.
some descending small channel.
This has got to get up there before I, I'm satisfied. But the issue is that I really shouldn't be getting 12, am I asking for too much accuracy in this amount of volatility? Is that the problem? Is I'm just asking for too much accuracy?
College Wi-Fi says good morning. Good luck with trading all.
Thanks. I want
Vlad
it to
Stolyarov
be,
says it's trending within a channel down.
yeah. With the way that it's trading, I should have gotten it to go to plus
Vlad Stolyarov
16
says you
ticks
take
many
small
times.
scalps in this small channel.
I should have gotten it to go up plus 16 multiple times, and it was bad every time. In fact, on all of those, I'd never got very much favorable excursion. This is the best at 6 plus 6. Hasn't been good. And I've taken longs and shorts. So, I'm not necessarily looking at anything too terribly specific when I'm taking the entries. So I was kind of more long-term sort of a thing. It's like, that's bad. I think they could go for a low again. Oh, nope. It is bad, but there's too many people short. They can't do it. But
SM0K3R says are you live trading or sim?
These are sim right now. I don't think that we'll be doing any live trades until maybe next year. This market has just been, like too crazy. I have to say, it's been really frustrating because we had a period there where I just could not lose.
Winston's mom says Facebook has a long COVID support group and there are all sorts of articles on this syndrome. They call themselves long haulers, I guess in reference to how long their recovery takes.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, it's just so weird to me
Vlad
that it's
Stolyarov
like you
says
can win
I got
every
my
time
sim
and then
demo
you
open
lose
anything.
every
I
time.
say will be hypothetical projections pre-market.
Huh?
Vlad
Well, there's a
Stolyarov says
big
I trade
order
real
shows
account
up
in
there.
930 M plus.
Wow. Where? Okay, he pulled for a second and then he added back on. Pulled. Fucker.
Uzi Knesset says I've been smoking for 16 years. I have long COVID lol.
There you go. You know, it's a lot of traders that smoke, guys, but I'm telling you, it's not good for your trading. I get it because it's stressful, but it just means that when you haven't smoked it, that it's that much more stressful for you.
Uzi Knesset says trading didn't make me smoke. Military did
The
lol.
military did it. John was, I think he quit. I think he was like a whole month without it.
Surviving Adventures says I smoke before the mill. The army just made me a pro winking face.
Oh, there you go.
Vlad Stolyarov says if we get limit down on Black Monday that will be epic too.
No, what would be a limit
Uzi
down?
Knesset says everyone smoked black and milds, that's how it started. One thing led to another, lol. SM0K3R says more than 5% move in futures.
No. I mean the
Uzi
exact
Knesset says lot of people dip too. I'm glad I never got into that one. Smoking is bad but dipping is just, ew. Vlad Stolyarov says regulators put the first circuit breakers into place following the market crash that occurred on October 19, 1987. On this day, the Dow Jones Industrial shed 508 points, falling by approximately 22.6%. Vlad Stolyarov says acceptable up or down trading range, 9:45 a.m. to 3:35 p.m., 5%. Uzi Knesset says I got an email the other day from the CME about them changing the limits to 7% or some shit.
No, it's 7%. They're 27? No.
Vlad Stolyarov says lol. Vlad Stolyarov says this is fine.
Here we are.
SM0K3R
ESH1.
says that Wu would be a 6,273 drop today.
Wait, that's not right, because they got 347,000. 00. Oh, that 00 must be the cents. 3470.
Vlad Stolyarov says Yamanuchin will buy it.
3226. We're nowhere close to that. Which one am I actually trading? CME month codes. I need to memorize this stuff.
Vlad Stolyarov says, and they
Z,
did.
right? Z.
Vlad Stolyarov says, I was going to bed and thinking they probably gonna dump it again 2 a.m.
ESZ1.
RJ Wheels says are back to 5%.
34,
Vlad Stolyarov says, I went to sleep
34.
around 12 a.m. when it was like 63.
Why is the reference price 34.34? That's not right. So it says 31.90. Either way, we're nowhere close. CMA tool about what the price limits are isn't very good.
Vlad Stolyarov says the 2 a.m. is a bear mission to fill gaps.
Still haven't gotten more than 6 ticks.
Vlad Stolyarov says 3,492 was chart damage from yesterday drop. Winston's mom says Bloomberg 8 minutes ago, initial jobless claims in regular state programs totaled 898,000 in the week ended October 10th. Winston's mom says up 53,000 from the prior week, Labor Department data showed Thursday. On an unadjusted basis, the figure posted the largest one-week increase since July. Vlad Stolyarov says 34 should be support.
I was reading something Brannigan Barrett was saying. He's like, bonds gave the early heads up in February and again on Monday. Yeah, I'm looking at it. No clue what you're talking about. Well, ZN did come up to the top there. I wanted it out of my shop. Computer repairman shares why he gave the laptop with Hunter Biden's emails to the FBI. Finally, a solid few ticks up. He's just going.
Winston's mom says if you haven't already hit the like button, please take a second and press like. Thanks. And if you are drinking coffee or tea, it will taste better in Speculators It's Mugs. Traders gonna trade.
Got the mug. Been using the mug in TikTok. Oh, I haven't checked.
Eric McDermott says how do
What
you
did I
like
do
that
with it?
iceberg stop setup?
Are you talking about the stop limit orders that you get in Jigsaw? Yeah, here's this guy again. They went and took him.
Eric McDermott says yes those blue and red dots. Vlad Stolyarov says EU DAX minus 3%, FTSE minus 2.3%.
I mean, this can tell you really well on certain kinds of extensions, but when you
Vlad
get into
Stolyarov
this kind of
says Europe
action,
some
they're
damage
just all over
today.
the place. They're just kind of all over the place, so it doesn't really help you very much.
Vlad Stolyarov says relock down it.
Okay, so that signal, trying to play the spoofing order didn't work out. I might get lucky, but
Vlad Stolyarov says looks like 44 rejected for now. Uzi Knesset says someone is dislike bombing haha.
oh, that's funny. Thank you. Thank you for all of the video engagement. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Uzi Knesset says
Well,
someone
don't
with no life but
point it
500
out.
accounts lol.
Now he goes, they acknowledged me, and he's gonna keep doing it.
Winston's mom says oh gee whiz.
It's funny though, because it really does help.
Dmitry Vorkin says I am sorry in one of your videos you said that you not entering long positions below VWAP, something changed?
Oh, you know what? I used to do that a lot. I mean, I used to be like, yeah, if we're below the VWAP, I only wanted to take longs and so forth. I mean, there's definitely, the thing is that different strategies will work differently above and below the VWAP. The thing that's going on right now is that they are really just too short. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to get the volume to push us to a new low. So that's why I'm taking it long. So I'm taking a different kind of a trade. That's why you notice I keep trying to fade the momentum and not catching the right spot. That's why I'm frustrated. If it was the other way, then I would just kind of be able to take certain break points and probably would be getting favorable excursion right away. But I guess the bigger thing is that from a systematic trading point, there are certainly some kind of nuances like that if you only buy above the VWAP and sell below the VWAP, that it can improve your probability. But overall, I'm more interested in trading people's positions in the news. And right now, what I see favors a long. So the problem I have is that those things don't seem to tell me where I can get in with minimal excursion. In the treasuries, I can do it, but in the E-mini, I
Vlad
just can't
Stolyarov
figure
says
it
it
out.
takes me half an hour to set up NinjaTrader. How do I save the layout as default setting?
On a chart, you can go templates, save as default. And you right click.
Vlad Stolyarov says new workspace.
Well, that is over on the control center. You just go workspaces and new or save the one that you're on. We'll try one over here. Try the same trade over here in the 10-year.
Vlad Stolyarov says I think I know it now.
Dick Sherman, to be clear, there isn't even agreement at the moment as to whether Steve Mnuchin and the Republicans have accepted the Dem testing language. More to come. Basically, Jake Sherman is claiming that from his sources, what Steve Mnuchin just got on CNBC and said is false. But frankly, I would trust Steve Mnuchin more than any source that Jake Sherman has. There will be a lot of volatility and power trading over the coming years, says Jeremy Weir. Ooh, yeah.
Vlad Stolyarov says AAPL
Well,
pre-market amazingly strong.
I missed the trade in the 10-year
Vlad
look.
Stolyarov
Was
says versus the
1,000 in
rest.
line. But I had the right idea.
Uzi Knesset says seeing Trump retweet a Styx Hexenhammer video is kinda surreal lol.
He retweeted a Styxhammer video? Did he really? I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, he did. The Hunter Biden email bombshell prompted massive damage control by legacy media and a rapid censorship campaign by Twitter and Facebook, which has backfired. And he's tweeting his video on Daily Motion. So Donald Trump watches Styx and Hammer. That's what my take is. I always think back on that. It's like, you know that they're going on the Donald and other places and reading all of this stuff. I'm going to bet that at some point, Donald Trump has read a comment of mine.
Uzi Knesset says he even retweeted Lauren Southern. Like, he went down the line. Steven
Yeah.
Crowder, Project
Yeah.
Veritas, Styx, Lauren Southern. Waiting for Tim Pool lol.
Well, they were all quite incensed by what happened yesterday, man. I'm just, it's surreal to me that there can do that. I mean, it's one thing if it was like some sort of wildfire 4chan conspiracy theory nonsense, but this is like a researched, proven story from the New York Post. They're literally banning legitimate news.
Uzi Knesset says this is a
Unacceptable.
crackhead for getting his laptop lol.
Right? Like they could push down a little bit more in the 10-year, but I missed the trade. I'm so mad. I didn't pay attention. I could have sold into the 13, right? Peloton sued by NordicTrack. Wow. Utah cheerleader joined squad for a halftime show months after double leg amputation. What? Why did she lose both legs? That's so sad. Record numbers reported across Europe. Live updates. I was reading something the other day, and there was on Reddit, in a major subreddit, and the Europeans were saying, well, it does look like that the European response now at this point is worse than the U.S. response. European response. They were saying that the European response was worse than the U.S. response. We've just been sitting here. How many times did I say that the numbers that you're getting in the U.S. are skewed because we've been hit sooner, and that since you're doing these lockdowns and stuff, you don't have the herd immunity. You're going to get hit sooner or later, and it could be worse in the winter. Yep. Of course, because of the mistake that the New York, the Northeastern governors made with the nursing homes, I'm pretty sure that the U.S. will still have a higher overall death rate. It's funny. There was a comment thread a week or so ago where I was talking about that, and a bunch of people came in and were like, "Oh, you're spreading false information." But then a bunch of other people came in and I was like, "Well, here's all of the references for all of this stuff." It was people were absolutely clueless
Vincenzo
about
C
it.
says I always read Styx.
You know, I find him really entertaining, but he almost always talks about
Vincenzo
things
C
that I already
says
know.
watch I mean.
Yeah, he always is talking about things that I already know. I don't like. It's really frustrating. Like when I'm watching TikTok, that would be creators. Maybe I would really enjoy those creators, but they're sharing. You know, their TikTok is basically, here's a news story that you haven't heard about, and I'm like, well, I heard about it. So next, but then TikTok thinks, oh, so you don't like far right content? Okay. Yeah, they go. You think that they're going to trade through that 11? He trying to look all thick and stuff.
Vincenzo C. says this is news about the U.S. presidential candidate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's news that we already talked about. That's why it's like, okay.
Vincenzo C. says it has to be available to the citizens.
Yeah. Here's the issue with news these days. It's not really news. I mean, what the New York Post has right now is true news. Somebody gave them information. They dug through all of it. They found the stuff. They found the story. They checked it with other information that they had out there, and they wrote a big, long story about it. Okay? Well, that's journalism. What are all these other people doing? They're reading stuff that another journalist put out and then repeating it. Not journalism. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just, I've almost always already heard it from the primary source. Shares of Morgan Stanley are down in early trading despite a profit beat. As CEO James Gorman says, the market can be really stupid. Yeah. It's funny because banks are probably undervalued. But then you've got the tech is still overvalued. Tommy Lee says he'll leave the U.S. if Trump wins. I'm out of here. See, like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, okay, so Tom Lee said something on Twitter or something that he's gonna leave, and so that's a lead story. And it's like, give me a freaking break. Like, how many celebrities say this kind of stupid crap every election? Why do you continue to post it? Nobody gives a shit. Leave. Good riddance. That's from The Hill too. That's a good outlet. But they need the clicks because apparently Tommy Lee is this guy that some people care about. He's a luxury brand owner guy, right? Who even is he? Oh no, he's not. He's the founding member of Motley Crue. Oh, now I feel dumb. Raymond McGuire, one of the highest ranking and longest serving black executives on Wall Street, will announce on Thursday that he is leaving his post at Citigroup to prepare a run for the office of mayor. Where is that? In New York? Yes. Good. Anybody but the current Nimrod that's there. He sounds like he could maybe be an okay candidate. Slow grind still. The European VIX is up 18%. What? Man, Donald Trump sure did a tweet storm about all that. It was funny because yesterday on my Facebook, I was like, they're censoring it. And everybody was like, what? What are you talking about? And I'm sitting here like, wow. See, the problem that I have, I'm telling you, the biggest, what is the word, like logical fallacy issue that I seem to fall into is that I'm really bad at telling when I know things that other people don't and vice versa. So I'm sitting here like, how can you not know about this? Everybody on my Facebook feed was clueless. And I was like, I can't use the keywords. Facebook will throttle it. You gotta go search. You'll find it. It's everywhere but here. Connell says Barrett has the votes for Senate confirmation. Good. Get it done. Well, this isn't the highest that we've been since the news release, for sure. If we're able to get above 42, that would be great. I'm kind of in a taking profit in a spot where I would like to see it break and continue, so. Hmm.
Vlad Stolyarov says one thing about NQ, they like to trend it. Vincenzo
Not
C says, did you
seeing-
forget who Tommy Lee is? That's okay, everyone has.
Okay, so I want to point out that I am seeing NQ weakness. Vlad was saying that overall this spread has moved in favor of the S&P 500. It's subtle. It's maybe about 10 points spread, but it's happening.
Vlad Stolyarov says if you scared to lose money, better wait for 10 a.m. levels.
Well, we are going to get the open here, but I'm pretty sure that, well, I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of retail traders going to want to sell on that open, right? Varney and Co. will be interviewing Donald Trump. Who is that? Yep, there's the sell on the open. Let them do it. Okay. No?
Vlad Stolyarov says bearish opens so far.
Look at that. I can just kind of relax now. Yeah. See, that's the way that it should go, guys. Look, 2 ticks against me. It goes. Why can't I get that every time? I don't understand. Well, that was a really good setup. I was really confident about that there would be, well, I guess I wasn't really confident, but remember I was said it's like, no, they're probably going to want to sell on the open, but ultimately I think that they're going to come back up to 34.53. So you can just hold it. Okay, so they're coming into a little bit of trouble with the pivot that they formed just before the open. At about
Vlad Stolyarov says
41.
AAPL got huge candles.
I bet. What do you think about Apple? I thought that their phone release was pretty underwhelming, but they are going to make money no matter what. I mean, they're Apple and people buy that phone. It was funny because I told my wife, she's like, everybody always says that Apple's features are behind, but I don't get what you don't even know one. And I'm like, well, my phone has a zoom camera in it, and I bet you that the next Apple phone will get one 2 years after I've already had it. And sure enough, what did they announce? Good trade. Okay, they're stopping at that pivot again. That's a pivot from earlier. They don't want to push through that. Watch him. He's going to try. He's going to know and he's going to say, I got to push through that. Oh, he's trying real hard. Real hard. Might not make it. Come on. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Good deal. And then there's another set here going up to 45 or so. Oh, Varnico is the Fox Business show. Okay. Boo. Apparently, they've locked the Trump campaign account now, too.
Vlad Stolyarov says FSLY hit 90 so far from 85.1 dip and stalled. Vlad Stolyarov says the bearish earnings stock.
It's looking pretty good on cumulative delta. 3 or 4 thousand contracts so far in the first 5 minutes isn't bad. I've said that on, I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out how much is 5,000 contracts in the E-mini. You know what I mean? So there's been times when I've said like, that's not very much. But if it had been like the first 15 minutes and it was only 3,000, then it'd be like, well, that's not a super great day. Marketeer says VIX term structure shifting violently higher. A bunch of other people talking about the Twitter accounts being locked. I wonder if this is affecting Twitter's stock at all. Okay, pretty good stop run through all of those pivots, actually. Oh, he's going to be speaking on Varnico today at the top of the hour. If you want everyone to watch it, this is how you do it. What did they delete? If you could give us the video. Here, let's see if the Donald's got it. Okay, so it looks like they're gonna try. They're gonna have to pull back here, maybe a little bit. Oh, Twitter has suspended Team Trump for posting a video calling Joe Biden a liar who has been ripping off our country for years, as it relates to the New York Post article. 19 days out from the election. Give me the video. Twitter is censoring the government webpage for the House Judiciary Committee. People excited about Styx's video getting retweeted. How far back they come in? 42?
Block by.
Okay, interesting. There was a block buy at 10 and it's not bid. What? Well, the treasuries come back. Do they? Excuse me. Do they pause here or do they go all the way back down to the bottom to 08? What do you think? Oh, looking a higher high there. That was fast.
Vlad Stolyarov says 38 should hold maybe. Vlad Stolyarov says 47.5 more likely to test. Vlad Stolyarov says S.
You say so. They built a pretty decent volume cluster there at 43. I'll tell you that. Hmm.
Vlad Stolyarov says they killing FSLY.
Oh no.
Vlad Stolyarov says lol. Vlad
some-
Stolyarov says back at low.
Some members of Harris's entourage, I guess, have caught the Rona. Two individuals in campaign tested positive for coronavirus. Man, everybody hit that one on Twitter quick. Was like 10 tweets all at once. They wanted to rush out with that one. So she won't be campaigning. Canceling all travel. They came back up there way too easily, didn't they? Like I said, this market is overly short. Okay, the Treasury come pulling back a little bit. So I would expect there to be some distribution in the 10-year here, but I'm still wondering if they're going to go all the way down to 08 and below or not. Bernie Sanders, abortion is a constitutional right. I don't think it is, but okay. I think a lot of people would disagree with you on that one. So many people tweeting about Harris halting travel. Oh my gosh. Jeez. It's so funny. A volume cluster at 43 looks really big, but it's only 7,000 contracts at the max price. So that's not insane for the E-mini, right? They pushing. They gonna want to go for those next set of pivots around 49, 50. And then a new high, and it'd be 53. I wonder how high long I could hold this for. VIX above that is 65. What do you think? You think that this has got 20 points more in it than that? I think I'll have to take it off before that. I just need the IGOR indicator. Okay, so there they are bashing through those other spots I was talking about. Put a order out there. Okay. Well, they are kind of petering out there. Hmm. Data in Tradevate is flawless. Hmm? They're talking about abortion. I'm not going to go that far into it. I haven't watched South Park in a long, long time. My first wife loved that show, but my current wife hates that kind of stuff. Okay. Well, some big orders up here taking profits, but so far still not showing much problem pushing up further. The thing is they're still going to have a lot of positions they can wash out. So, hmm. And Treasury is pushing it down again in the 30 year. Did you catch any of that, Uzi? I'm mad that I didn't get in that. Look at that. That was a great trade. I would still be short. I think I would be taking it off down here, but I would have been short through all that. No, my data feed is turned to crap. It's a kinetic thing. Is it really kinetic? Ah. Kinetic owned by Andy. But it's CQG, right? It's just like a rebranded CQG, I thought. There you go. Another high. A little bit of chasing it. There's a pretty big iceberg up there at 49.50, though. Thank you. Who am I kidding? I had some pretty shit trading earlier than that, right? But overall made money, so hey. 20-point winner. And there's probably more in it. But I'm taking profit there. 52.50 is where I took it off. Right there. Hey, it didn't just like go like careen through either. I'm happy. I really, that was the perfect fade the open trade. Now, I think that they might have to come back to 34.50 again and maybe even below that. But I could, we'll move all the way back to like 65. Not unreasonable. Not unreasonable. So, I'm going to calm myself down a little bit and get some water. Oh, they're not done. $34.55 though was like the seller's cost basis. Buyer's cost basis is all the way up at $34.80. That'll be a really difficult gulf to bridge. I could not take a trade on the expectation that it's going to cross that, even though it might do it. So maybe 2 more points in that, but we're good. We're good. And probably we should sit for a bit because Donald Trump's going to be talking in 5 minutes, right? In the meantime, Kinetic is provided by DTN. Oh, that's right. You're right. I'm so wrong. It's not CQG. I'm so stupid. You know, when I took IQ feed, it was a good feed, but you had to have that other thing running, and it caused all sorts of issues. How's it going, Ace? Dude, I got like the perfect fade the open move. Can you believe? Get this. I bought 34, 32, 50. Anyways, you want to look at some stocks? Let's see how bad the damage is on some of the stocks. Great to hear. Yes. Hope you caught some of that. I'm gonna guess you caught some of that. Yeah. You slept in and you're just loading the charts up now. Well, now that we've reached my target, I'm really unsure about where it goes from here. Man, it turns on a dime. When it starts turning exactly where I say it's going to be, I really am start to like, what the hell? How does it do this? It's so great, guys. Rudy just told Newsmax that there is at least one sex pic on Hunter's laptop that needs to be examined because it points to criminality. The FBI says it has had it for 8 months and hasn't examined / investigated. Yeah. What? Mike Lee was contacted by Hunter's technician and regarding the emails and didn't do anything about it? Ooh, that's bad. Michael, you screwed up. Okay, well, VIX significant. I mean, we were pretty high yesterday. Now we're in the 28 area. VIX and Tesla giving up most of yesterday's gains, but it's not too bad. I mean, as long as they're above 420, I'm sure that most of them traders will be happy. Sumo Logic seeing a real spike up today, although I don't know why that's been down. This one perplexes me still, because I mean it's been down. It was in that 22 area, and then there was this big spike, and then it came back to it. Maybe it's a really good buy here. I don't know. Rare Earth Minerals, that's one that we've been watching for a while, but it's not doing a whole lot. In fact, it's kind of looking overall trend down, doesn't it? Costco. Ooh, Costco taking some heavy damage. Pushed below yesterday's lows. But, I mean, they're still flying high. I guess they're okay. Apple, man. That hurt on Apple, doesn't it? Apple. Let's come in here. We want to look at Goldman and JP Morgan and everything. So here's Goldman. They did really good off of their, their earnings. But then lower. Sucks for them. Really sucks for them, like seriously. What about JP Morgan? Is a similar story? Yeah, similar story. They didn't get the fly higher yesterday, but lower. Below 100 on JP Morgan. What else should we look at? Ninja Trader takes so long to load. It can, especially if you have tick replay on. So I was going in and I added some timing information to my indicator to time how long it takes, and even a day's worth of data on ES takes about 30 seconds to process. Well, when I'm going through here, Sumo Logic is up 3%, by the way. These ones, I mean, some of the ones that I've been watching are really volatile. Tesla's down 2%, okay? But overall, the damage actually doesn't look that bad to me. So, it's always wise to short. No, don't. Listen. Here's what you do about Tesla, okay? I'm telling you, you're going to see this. This is going to happen every year in trading. It's always happened. When I was around, not when I was around, what were the big ones when I first started trading? AIG was one. I remember getting in on AIG at the beginning, and then Citi. Oh my gosh, that's what it freaking was, Citi. Everybody was day trading Citigroup, man, because it was like a penny stock essentially at that time, and the exchange had a rebate. So if you were trading it and you broke even, they pay you back the commission. So everybody was trading Citigroup. And everybody was speculating on that one. Anyways, there's always gonna be one stock that like everybody is just talking about. And here's what you do. Here's the right way to trade this. Completely ignore it and don't touch it. That's what you gotta do. Like where the crowd is, like if the crowd is all in this, stay away. Like, because if you try shorting it, they're gonna blow you out. But eventually it's going to collapse and you're not going to be able to get out fast enough. So you don't want to be, it's just like what Bitcoin in 2018, like everybody's talking about it. Don't be in it. Tesla, everybody's talking about it. Don't be in it. All my money is invested in the Telegram. Well, I took that money from the stimulus, but I haven't really done a whole lot with it. Because I haven't seen much opportunities. I did the rare earth resources one, but it's not really taken off like we wanted. Made some money on it. I think Thinkorswim is more reliable than Tradeovate on down days now. Really? How has the people been having that? I mean, I've been hearing people complaining about Tradeovate, but I didn't realize that it was on data and stuff. I mean, their data is CQG, right? But I know people don't like their platform. I don't know what's wrong with the platform, but they got a new platform now. Ooh, and Jigsaw gets their footprint charts Friday. Forgot to mention that. Kind of excited for that. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for my cost inventory, my inventory cost basis, I would be 100% Jigsaw right now. But my indicators, well, I take that back because there's my other indicators. The dollar index is really, really important. The spreads is really, really important, and the histograms aren't critical, but I do find them useful. So yeah, there's a lot keeping me on Ninja that I've made. But it's mostly the stuff that I've made that keeps me. It's the programming. Going long on Wagon Wheel Incorporated. What do you use? I'm using Rhythmic. And I use Rhythmic because I want to be able to see all of the pretty levels. So many pretty levels. Look at that. No big orders in CPA. Are there any big orders? Oh, there's some big stuff way down here. I find it interesting that people are willing to put liquidity all the way out to 139. That's just the way the robots are written, I guess. Oh, there's a big one at 126. Anyways. No, an actual company that makes wagon wheels is going to make a comeback. You watch. Yeah, okay. I want to watch the video that got banned. Should we? Oh, no, wait. Donald Trump should be talking. What do we got? I'm not hearing anything on the squawk, though. Zero Hedge has new story. Temporary layoffs turning into permanent job losses. Yeah. Thirty-year fixed mortgage falls to record low at 2.81. I got under 3. I think I got 2.85. I guess it hasn't come down that much. Tesla is a funny stock. Freaking Tesla. One of the things that'll drive me crazy. So I made a TikTok about this, but I'll be on TikTok and I'll be scrolling. And there's different stock market guys. Honestly, most of them I can't stand because they'll just say one thing that like I don't agree with. I'm like, okay, this guy has no clue. But you know, there's like some people that are just trying to make fun content and aren't really trying to share edge with you or anything like that. So I'm like, oh, here's somebody that, you know, this could be fun. I think I could follow that person and get some enjoyable TikToks. And then they start yapping about Tesla. Oh, I bought Tesla calls today and it got blown out. Good. Teach you. House Dems mounting an insurrection over coronavirus relief bill? Oh, they turned down pretty hard there. Yeah, I think 34-48 might be a spot to look at. You know what I've been watching lately? It's really good on these trends. Oh. He says he would agree to go higher than 1.8. I would raise a stimulus bill offer to more than 1 trillion. Wait, what? No, more than 1.8. More than what everybody else is saying, more than 1.8. Why is the market not buying that? Come on. Trump going to be very hard to do anything with Pelosi. Well, I think I should just stay out of this. What banned video are you talking about? So apparently the Trump campaign made a video saying that the Biden family has been making money illegally for years off of the American public because of his dealings in Ukraine and China and so on and so forth. And they made a video and Twitter deleted it and locked the Trump campaign account. So the Twitter is going crazy. So here's what I think happened was that Twitter said, we're not going to allow disinformation from Russians, yada, 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 yada. And so then they were all ready to do it. So then when this came along, the SJWs over there said, see, it's the Russians. The Russians, they're trying to take over. It's a Rudy Giuliani. He gets all of his information from the Russians. We need to ban this. You can ban it now. So they banned it all. And then Jack comes along and he's like, well, you shouldn't have done that. But it was already done. So now they kind of just rolling with it. Anyways, so Twitter Don Goof yesterday, man. I've seen at least 5 Republican senators come out and say that they're doing something about it. This just gets me back into this rut that I was thinking about yesterday. I was tweeting about, and we were talking about on my Facebook as well. It seems to me like people on the right have become so like anti-poll that they are ignoring some really important information that the polling is giving them about what they need to do to win. So here, the president still cares about what the stock market is doing. He still cares about getting this stimulus deal with Pelosi. Listen, not having a stimulus deal hurts Democrats at this point because Pelosi has just been so ridiculous about this, right? But the issue is that that's not what's hurting Donald Trump in the polls. The thing that's hurting Donald Trump in the polls is that senior citizens are really upset about the whole coronavirus thing, and they're scared, and they don't like the attitude. If Donald Trump is going to win, he's got to convince them that they are not safe under a Democrat administration. Like they should go up full on panic and fear, right? Democrats were encouraging people to go to parades when we should have been locking down. They forced people back into nursing homes so that the coronavirus would spread. I would even start going into like conspiracy theory territory, right? Like obviously at the main campaign you wouldn't do that, but like the guys on the Donald and stuff like that, they can be saying things like, well, of course Democrats are trying to kill grandma and grandpa because that's the only thing between Democrats and power right now. They want to kill the older generations because that's the only thing preventing us from instituting communism in the United States. And so, of course, they went and tried to kill everybody with forcing sick people back into their nursing homes. Right? That's what I would be saying. That's because you got to get that poll number to move. Trump, I am tested a lot, but not every day. President Trump rules out any more lockdowns. That's good. McConnell, what I will put on the floor is a highly targeted $500 billion. That is a lot of money. Asked about Trump wanting to go big. I'm putting on the floor what we think is appropriate to tackle the disease. Okay. So what McConnell is saying is that what Trump says on Fox Business right now doesn't matter. That's what he's saying. Hey, they could sell it again. No, I don't think so. So here is a spot where I might buy it. Already up too high. At 49, I would have done it. The skinny bill. I feel a little sleepy now. Gonna come back down again. Just notice this pattern a lot with the ATR stop. Really zoom in on it. Okay. Downtrend. They come up just enough to break the ATR stop. New low. Right? You'll see them flip it a lot. So that's what's going on here. Good uptrend. Break the ATR stop. Somewhere in here, I think you buy it and we could go higher. But don't want to do it while Trump is still talking. And I'm also, they maybe just straight up don't like what Trump is saying. Okay. Well, if we took 49, we would have gotten 16 points. I think I would be looking to get higher high, but yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering maybe I could put a Bollinger Band on this. How does that react to it? Do we get an overextension on the Bollinger Bands after that? 2 and 10. We do. Very interesting. Isn't there a way to, how do you do it? I think we can find a better Bollinger Band, don't you? Hmm. Let's see here. How did they do that? Let's look at it. Ninja Trader 8 color background. Coloring bands. Oh, okay. triple state, huh? These are NinjaTrader 7 ones. Let's search futures.io. I bet you they have one. Well, they coming back down in there. I don't know. I would have been looking to, well, no, maybe not. Anything below 48 is good, actually.
Block buy.
No, but apparently a key EU leader has left that summit because they tested positive. Donald Trump saying that he will do a lawsuit. There was an easy way in NinjaTrader to get like a background colored sort of a thing, but I don't see it. Oh, that's funny. Trump was not aware that his campaign account had been locked, but that it will all be in a lawsuit. That's funny. Well, it's pretty volatile here still. They can go back to the channel high now. Yeah. Yeah, they could go and break a new high. Totally. I think they got plenty of room. Maybe I have one. No. No. Maybe I should just write one. Ninja Trader 8 color bands. Is that for real? There's not a Bollinger Band indicator for Ninja Trader 8 that colors the background. I'm gonna have to write it myself. Sharp DX. There we go. Hello, I'm so lucky. How's that? Did you get away with something today? Do I have to use a rectangle? Is it done with rectangles? This is the oil numbers. You made 25 euros. Okay. Good job. Hey, I made, well, no. Made less than that. Well, I had a trade that was $100, but in the micros. You sound to me like you're gonna scam everybody with something. But you have a ferret in your picture, so I'm like, imagine if I invested $1,000. I really hope that you're trolling me. I really do. Well, Hermie, maybe you're just really new, but just because you took a trade and you made money one time doesn't mean that you're going to make money the next time. And maybe next time you'll invest $1,000 and you'll lose all of it. That's what's most likely to happen. Do I have an indicator that even does that kind of coloration? Not those. Excuse me. Okay, they didn't like that one. ECB's LaGuard is talking. They really did not like that. I guess I have these adaptive CCI, but that one is colors the whole background, right? Yeah, that's right. It does the whole background. Okay. Hmm. Pretty bearish, thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a new high in this spread. The E-mini is not quite to the levels I want to see, though, to buy it. They close. They're close. President Trump says he will provide Regeneron antibody cocktail very shortly at no cost. That would be awesome. Listen, if the Regeneron thing is put out at no cost, then it's solved. There's no more pandemic. Facebook looks bearish. Okay, there it is, right there. A little bit more, please. I'm still playing this game here. Will the Democrats object to no-cost drugs? Well, I think that what'll happen is Donald Trump will sign an executive order, right? Hmm. Okay, that must be news of some sort. Oh, come on. Come on, one tick short? Really? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. I'll just wait. Donald Trump must have said something there. I haven't spoken to China's Xi in a while, and I do not want to. Wow. Thanks, Obama. Can you believe that they came one tick? They didn't even tick into it, did they? No. One tick short of that. I think I could hold this for a lot further, but I'm only going to take the 16 ticks. If they're as kind. If they're so kind. If you could be so kind, Mr. Market Maker, sir. I've been good to you this past few months, haven't I? I heard 90% of our drugs came from China. Do you trust them, or we're all getting a special? No, I think that the cocktail is different. I think that the cocktail is like they give baby fetuses the coronavirus, and then I shouldn't say shit like that. I don't want to be spreading misinformation. Somebody might believe me, but you know, apparently it uses stem cells in some form, and thank you. I'm happy now. is happy Seth. Good trade. Heard 90. No, that's it. I already read that one. Seth, pay attention. I'm wondering if my problems are related to just trying to trade too much in the pre-market. So it seems like I get much better trades when it's like those opening swings and stuff. Be careful what you say. Remember Twitter with the Biden email scandal yesterday. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, the thing is we talked about it. We said what the news was. But YouTube has not been doing that stuff. Did you see did you see Rudy Giuliani's YouTube? So here's the thing that I think is crazy about all this crap is that Rudy gave it to all these people and they didn't do anything with it. So he's basically made like his own website and media empire thing and is trying to build up his own private business with it now. This is essentially what's going on. Rudy Giuliani. He has a YouTube account. And here look at this. Look at this. It only has 176,000 views. What? It should be way higher than that. Look, I got out of that one like a bandit. And look at this. The Biden crime family's payoff scheme. And in the video, he claims that Joe Biden made 50% of everything that Hunter was getting from China and all these other places, which is a very serious accusation. This is either like the real deal or Rudy Giuliani is like off his rocker. It's funny that there's actually comments on this. I would think that you would just lock the comments. I got some comments. Let's go check them. Wake up, snowflakes. The Democrats are evil and Scrum Biden is a criminal rotten to the core. I mean, I like what you're saying there, buddy. But it's kind of like not a useful comment. Yeah. What else? Okay, I like your comment. Things could get messy. Nomura warns bulls cannot overstate gamma impact from tomorrow's option expiration. Really? Well, that might explain why there's quite a bit of craziness happening. Is that what we got to do? Is there? Oh, because after the gamma comes off, we usually start selling, huh? Oh, President Trump says the stock market will reach new highs soon. Trump, dude, buddy, I want you to win. Okay, listen. Stock market don't matter anymore. What matters is what old voters think about coronavirus. Only thing that matters. Only thing that matters between now and election day. Convince them that the coronavirus is the Democrats' fault. That's what you should be doing. I don't know what else. Well, you can definitely see here. Can you see it on the 5-minute chart? I will show you. I took the trade. I don't think I want to push it, but we could probably take it again and a few more times. That freaking arrow. Ignore the arrows. The arrows don't mean shit. We come to that line, and what happens? Tails. He's defending it. The buyer is defending it. So he's buying it there. He's going to want to try and take it to a new high. I don't know if he'll be able to get it. But he's going to want to make it at least to the 50. Donald Trump says, we like stimulus. We want stimulus. We think we should have stimulus. Donald Trump, everybody. Ukraine is so poor, we'll take any bribes. It makes you wonder what if none of this had come out? Would people be able to use that on Biden to extort him and stuff? Okay. I mean, the long looks good here. I really think 50. No beyond that. Tesla is melting me? Is melting? Yay. Oh, 44. That's not that bad. When it's back to 420. Hit me up again. Trump is still talking, huh? So he's going to be on there for like a whole hour? Rudy Giuliani, I have an email that didn't come out in the post. This is Hunter to his daughter. I hope you can do what I did and pay for this family for 30 years. Unlike Pop, I won't make you give me half your salary. That was the one that he was talking about on his video yesterday. That's right, yes. There needs to be an immediate government investigation into Twitter. I agree with you, Trump Jr., but I'm really skeptical that they're going to do anything. I mean, they've been pushing the line more and more and more. No, you guys knew that this was going to happen, and why didn't you do anything more before? Nah, it'll get swept under the rug in a week from now, and they'll do it again. The entire media establishment is acting as Team Biden Rabbit response. Maybe. That's not the best looking bar down, if we're honest. You know what? I don't want this middle band can go away, and these bands can be dotted lines. Dotted lines. You guys probably have no clue what I'm talking about here, huh? There we go. I like it. Much improved. Live action's like, nope. I changed the Bollinger Bands that I added on my chart. I added 10-minute Bollinger Bands. I should go and do some back testing on time frames, because I found out you can make the time frame a testable property. So go check that out. I've learned so many things about the back testing recently. I found a way you can make it so that it doesn't save the results. Like normally it will keep track of every trade that it made, which if it's thousands of trades is a lot. But you can turn that off, and that saves you some memory. But even then, when I'm doing some of these generational algorithms, it just chews all my memory up. I need to buy more memory, I guess. Maybe if I had 32 gigs of RAM, it would help. Well, that's pretty bearish move there, but it appears that the buyer's still kind of fighting him here. Trump should give an emergency Oval Office address regarding the total media blackout of the Democrats' corruption story. Yeah. Hey, that's an idea, maybe. He's tweeting about it. He's tweeted a lot about it, so I don't really think you need to do much more. Let's see how people react to this. We do some A/B testing. How do you... this freaking thing. I'm trying to paste some text and it kept formatting. And it turns back up. Okay. Yeah, this is an ugly spot. There we go. Ooh, should we make it have pretty colors? How do you do that? Oh, is it too long? There you go. There we go. How do you change the background? You can do it with hearts. There we go. Yeah. Bright magenta. That'll catch people. Hey, there you go. Now it's taking off. And they're about to beat out the ATR stop. Aboard all shorts. Well, this is difficult action. I don't know where they're gonna end up today. I see 3450, and beyond that, I don't know. Can they go up to a new high? I suppose they could make it to 65 today. That would be the volatility expected move, but I don't know. Trading range day, it might happen. There's the gasoline stocks. Oil not moving all that much ever since the overnight down move. Bum, 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 bum. Do I see anything? I do see that on that short that probably too many shorts got on it a little bit. But it's not like huge. And yeah, I'm a little skeptical about you say skeptical? I just don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do after 34.49. To me, though, it seems a little sketch, I guess. Thanks to Twitter and Facebook amplifying the New York Post Hunter story by censoring it, it is the biggest story in the world, and it is all anybody is talking about today. I don't know if it's all anyone is talking about, but another move back down to the seller's cost basis. I don't know how I didn't know that. But that's just like my gut telling me I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Well, I'd be tempted to just buy it again at 34.40. That's like way far outside of the Bollinger Bands, by the way. The book on the buy side is not all that crazy either. Sorry, I take that back. On the sell side, so like you're seeing that like there's more orders on the offers by about 500, but on some of these really extreme moves, it just churn and churn and churn. It's like 1,000. So we're not getting that. Man who had Hunter Biden's laptop fears assassination. Okay, so to bounce. EU leaders push to increase preparations for a no-deal Brexit. Conclusions. The European Council recalls that the transition period will end on the 31st of December 2020 and notes with concerns that progress on the key issues of interest to the Union is still not sufficient for an agreement to be reached. The European Union reaffirms the Union's determination to have as close as possible a partnership with the United Kingdom on the basis of negotiating directives of the 25th of February 2020, while respecting the previously agreed European Council guidelines, as well as statements and declarations, notably those of the 25th of November 2018, in particular as regards the level playing field, governance, and fisheries. Against this background, the European Union invites the Union's chief negotiator to continue negotiations in the coming weeks and calls on the UK to make the necessary moves to make an agreement possible. As regards the internal market bill tabled by the UK government, the European Council recalls that the withdrawal agreement and its protocols must be fully and timely implemented. The European Council calls upon member states, union institutions, and stakeholders to step up their work on preparedness and readiness at all levels and for all outcomes, including that of no agreement, and invites the Commission in particular to give timely consideration to unilateral and time-limited contingency measures that are in the EU's interest. Or the European Union will remain seized of the matter. What the hell does that mean? Okay, I've never heard that language before. It seems like the market likes that coming out, even though the initial thing that I heard there sounded negative. So they're now well above the buyer's cost basis. Kind of just floating there. I think that they probably should continue up now. Don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense to buy it right there, but yeah, they're gonna push anyways. EU leaders agreed to extend talks with the UK for a few weeks. That's what their end conclusion is. Trump campaign says Twitter account working again. Yeah, some people are just only finding out that the Twitter accounts were suspended and all that stuff. By the way, look at the cumulative delta. It's pretty wild stuff, huh? You try one more. Breaking YouTube bans all QAnon and Pizzagate references. Well, I don't really care too much about that. If YouTube starts throttling or censoring videos about the New York Post story, though, then it's really going to be like the media apocalypse or something. Like, they will flip. Oh, I never noticed the treasuries did go down pretty much to exactly where we thought maybe it would go. Man, I'm still mad that we didn't get that short at the open on the treasury, huh? That would have been a way better trade. Twitter says accounts that tweet materials or links to materials referenced in a New York Post article from October 14th may be required to delete those tweets. You know what? Screw you, Twitter. I guess Trump was talking about tariffs on Fox. Oh, he tweeted, heading to North Carolina soon. A really big crowd. We will have a great time. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. The Xi Jinping sells elite troops to prepare for war as U.S. destroyer sails through the Taiwan Strait. Are they not allowed to do that? Okay. Freaking one tick short again. Okay, that's better. Boys, I did pretty shitty there at the beginning, but I think I redeemed myself. No? How much of this did I make off of buying? All of it. Okay. I mean, I was selling at the beginning. That's interesting. So, what do we find? Here's the secret only buy. That's the... Oh, man. Donald Trump Jr. retweeting House Judiciary GOP, which says Twitter has blocked users from tweeting the link to the New York Post story on Hunter Biden, so we put it on our website for you to read and share. Donald Trump Jr., this is the stuff of communist China. Twitter is now censoring a government website. Not for false information, as even Biden hasn't denied the allegations happened, but Twitter wants to make sure Americans don't see how deep the Biden corruption runs. Election interference! Exclamation point. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. This is so crazy about all of this. Is that I read the story. I think it's pretty bad. Rudy Giuliani is saying some really, really bad stuff. And I kind of, if any of that gets confirmed, it could be bad. I think that it warrants investigation, but there isn't direct evidence of wrongdoing that you could get a conviction on in there. There's not. The saying that Pops requires you 50%, whatever, like you could explain that away, that he met this Russian guy. You could say maybe he incidentally met him and it wasn't a big deal. There's not, you can't put them in jail for what's been revealed in the emails. You need way more. Rudy Giuliani seems to think that he has that, but he's also pushing it as like almost like his own media empire sort of thing. Like he's using it to promote himself. So I don't know, man. But then Twitter comes out and censors the whole thing. Like what the heck? So the whole thing is just, the whole situation is just kind of crazy. But it kind of seems to me like the guys at Twitter were primed to do something like this in October anyways. Like they were always expecting an October surprise and like they were going to do this. What did they think was going to happen? Everybody would just be like, oh, okay, I guess we just won't post it. Really? So yeah, I find the whole thing kind of odd. People being really irrational, I think. Well, I think that they still got some room to move on the upside after a little bit of a pullback here. So tomorrow should be interesting with all of the gamma built up. As big banks will come out and sell all of the stocks that they had to buy on Monday. And The heater is on. It's getting hot here. I'm gonna have to close that vent. Well, I got about 10 minutes. Is there anything else we should talk about before we go today? How are you guys doing? I hope that you've been making money off of this. Did you guys make money? How many of y'all made money? We still got a decent number of people viewing today. We actually got pretty high. So today's video, we should call it Catching the Perfect Opening Drive Reverse. I can't stand it. I'm just going to go close it. All right. Can you hear the baby? Probably you can't. He's being noisy. United Airlines CEO expects business demand to return to normal around 2024. What? No. Honey. My wife's probably going to have to get a new job at some point. U.S. Senator Cruz, I want to subpoena Twitter related to blocking the New York Post Biden report. What's happening, folks? Stexhammer says the number of bots and foreign users ranting and whining on my posts after Trump retweeted me is telling. I wrote the book on occult memetics. Save it for someone you can manipulate, Scumdross. Oh, man. Stexhammer is on the Twitter and is on the warpath. My goodness. Get out of the way, man. Just get out of his way. He will run you over. Okay. All right, guys. I get that. I get the picture. It's time to go. Yeah. Good Good trading. I feel good. I needed that because I was feeling down. I still have to say a lot of this action feels random and difficult. I don't know if it's me or luck or what, but we did good today. So we did really good. And that was a picturesque trade. Executed on the plan and it worked out perfectly. So I will see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, stay profitable.